To make these slippers, you can work with 2 strands of worsted weight yarn, or you could use a bulky yarn such as this Karen Tea Cakes, and that is a number 6, super bulky. But I'm going to use my 2 strands of worsted weight yarn today, and a 6.5mm crochet hook. So I'm going to start with my light color, and I'm going to work a foundation chain that is as long as the foot. And I'm going to single crochet in the 2nd stitch from the hook and in each stitch across the row. And that's how that looks. I've single crocheted in each stitch across the row. At the end of the row, chain 1 and turn. And now I'm going to work in the back side of the stitch, and you skip this first stitch because that chain 1 takes the place of the first single crochet. Single crochet in each stitch across the row, working only in the back side of the stitch. So single crochet all the way across the row. Okay, I worked all the way across the row. At the end of the row, chain 1 and turn, and again skipping that first stitch, working only in the back side of the stitch, single crochet in each stitch across the row. And I'm going to do that for 2 more rows. So I'm going to do this row and then 1 more row, and I'll come back and show you. Okay, I worked all the way across that row. Now I'm going to change color for the soles of the slipper. So what I'm going to do is pull that yarn through the last stitch, and I'm going to turn my work, and I'm going to just repeat chain 1, single crochet in each stitch across the row, working only in the back side of the stitch. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do that for 8 rows. So I'm going to go off camera, I'm going to work 8 rows, and then I'll come back and show you. Okay, I've gone ahead and I've worked 8 rows in the dark color, and fasten off because we won't need that color again. And I'm going to attach my light color again. Chain 1, working in the back side of the stitch only, single crochet in each stitch across the row, and you're going to work the same number of rows here as here. So I have 4 rows here. I'm going to work 4 rows in this light color. Okay, I worked my 4 rows, so I have 4 rows of light, 8 rows of dark, 4 rows of light, and I'm working size 8 to 10 years, and as you can see, this is as long as the foot. Fasten off with a long yarn end. Thread the yarn end into a needle and weave through this last row of stitches like that, and now pull to close up that front. Take several stitches here to secure it, and now you're going to fold the slipper in half like this, and you're going to sew across the top of the slipper. And now I'm going to take several stitches here to secure it and weave the yarn end back into the finished work. And there's what that looks like. Now I'm going to sew the heel end. Weave the yarn end into the finished work. And there you'll have the finished slipper. So you could just use the slipper like this. Like that. You could just have some skimmer slippers like this. I'll show you how to make this top section. So I'm going to attach my yarn in the center back of the heel. I'm going to lock that yarn in with both the yarn end and the working yarn, And I'm going to single crochet in each stitch all the way around the opening. And I worked all the way around. At the end of the row, slip stitch to join in the first single crochet. That's the first row of the cuff. So now I'm going to chain one, and I'm going to turn, and again I'm going to single crochet in each stitch all the way around. And at the end of the row, slip stitch to join in the first single crochet. And there you have 2 rows. You can stop anytime you like. I'm going to do one final row in black. So I'm going to fasten off the brown. I'm going to join my black yarn in that same fasten off stitch, pull the yarn through, lock it in, and single crochet in each stitch all the way around. Slip stitch to join and fasten off, and then you can weave your yarn ends into the finished work. There's your finished slipper. Add a lace around the ankle if you like. You could crochet a chain, or you could just use shoelaces. And I'll pass a shoelace through and show you how that looks. Like that. There's a quick and easy slipper that you can make for any size. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.